What is up, Mav fans and hoop heads? Hope your vibes are immaculate today. Welcome on into another episode of Mavs Rundown, updating you on everything Dallas Mavericks and other NBA news at Mavs_Rundown on Twitter. Appreciate you for listening. I'm your host, AG. And on today's pod, man, Dallas drops the hammer. Specifically, Luka drops the hammer on the Philadelphia 76ers tonight, 107-98 here at home. And man, what a great victory for them. This was not looking like a great victory at the beginning. I'll put it that way, man. To really recap this game, we'll start off at the beginning. The game starts 4 minutes in. They have a 40-minute delay. Around a 40-minute delay because the rim is crooked. And this is noticed after Powell goes up. They go back and look and see Powell goes up. Pass gets deflected, but he grabs the rim to help his landing. And they come back down, and Luka takes a three and makes it. But when he makes it, he sees the way the ball goes in that the rim now is crooked. And so, he's waving at the refs like, yo, stop the game, man. This, the fucking rim's crooked. And they stop it, and, this takes forever. And it's crazy because it's a 9 o'clock start for us. So this game is just, getting later and later. But, 40 minutes later, here they resume. And, man, when they resumed, Dallas was ice cold. Ice cold, man. The first half was kind of brutal for Dallas. We ended up only down, I think, like 9 or something at halftime. But it really showed in the first half. It was like, damn, we're really missing that inside presence that Porzingis brings us, being 7'3", to go against, Joel Embiid and Andre Drummond, against, these centers that are, so big and they play well inside. And we really don't have guys to really protect the interior. And Maxi Kleber, by the way, was a late scratch right before the game. So that, lessens our defense even more, not having these type of guys. We only had Dwight Powell and Marquise Chris, which, I love these two guys, but they're undersized for their position, especially going against two guys that are, Joel Embiid's 7 feet, and Andre Drummond is about 6'10", maybe 6'11", but, he gets boards, and they're both, pretty lethal in the paint, especially when you don't have people against them. And that was something I was worried about in here. And it really showed and makes you want to start leaning towards maybe we need to start looking at maybe a center for this trade or a backup center. And things were looking well. And, of course, it even shows we definitely need another, playmaker. Guys we just couldn't score. Offense, everything just was not good in the first half, just everything overall. Then turn the second half, man. The third quarter, the Dallas Mavericks fucking went off, man. The third quarter, the Dallas Mavericks put up 32 points. They held Philly to 15 points. 15 points, y'all. That's fucking amazing against this squad who, even without their, second best player, essentially, and Ben Simmons, doing well this season. We really took this squad and, locked them up, put them in check in the third quarter, and that's all thanks to Jason Kidd, because, man, this defense, they switched over to a 2-3, and they didn't just run 2-3, they ran it and make sure when Joel was in the game, they focused on him, so whenever he got the ball, it kind of a little bit collapsed on him, made him give it up, and these other guys, basically what they do to Luka, and made these other guys have to make plays, and they just weren't making the plays that they needed to make. And it really put a clamp on them. I think they had 6 turnovers in the quarter. And that's how you do it, man. You put the clamps, make them turn it over. Then on the other end, they start scoring. And this game, Luka Doncic just fucking goes off, man. He had 33 points, 15 assists, and 13 rebounds. This man is just unbelievable, as all Mav fans know. But just to let y'all know, this was his 44th career triple-double. And he is now in second place. He was tied for tied for second. But now he is in sole second place for the most games with 30 points, 15 assists, and 10 rebounds. He was tied with Russell Westbrook and Magic Johnson with 7. Now he is at 8. But, of course, he is behind number 1, Oscar Robertson, with 22. But who knows? Luka's, he turns 23 on February 28th. So, yeah, man, the sky's the limit for him. That seems something he could easily catch as long, health forbid. But, man, what a great game by him. He just really took over this whole game. His threes weren't going down for really a lot of these guys on our squad. He went 1 for 6, but man, he was taking it to the hole, taking it to the basket, getting to the free throw line. He had 9 free throws, hit 6 of them, but just doing everything and making sure he did his part too on defense. Like, everyone was all. It was good to see this team turn how they were playing in the first half to how they turned on that defensive switch in the third quarter. Man, it really props to J Kidd. I know a lot of these guys. Mav fans, I'll just say Mav fans, were really bashing him and weren't really high on J Kidd because of his past. And, I was one that was kind of I'm optimistic about it. So I really think, and I really liked bringing back, our old point guard, the one that won us the championship here. And I wasn't too worried about all his old stuff because, that stuff really can't go on for long in the NBA, all his troubles he had. That type of stuff he knows he had to get over. And it was just a perfect time, and this is credit to him. The defensive effort put forth by this team, it was amazing. And then in the fourth quarter, it was a battle back and forth. And shout out to Reggie Bullock. He went 5 of 14, 4 of 11 for 3, and all 4 of his threes were just big for us. It seemed like this game we needed all 4 of his threes. Man, he had 20 points, and that's something we need. When Jalen Brunson, he gave us 19. 4 assists, 5 rebounds, so a little bit around his average. So we needed other people to step up too. And Reggie Bullock played big. And Jalen Brunson actually played big down the stretch too, made some plays, got an M1, I remember. And Reggie Bullock, of course, really down the stretch, hit 2 crucial threes assisted by Luka. And one, he missed the 3, and you're like, oh, man. And Luka gets the rebound, passes it right back to him, which is, it shows faith by Luka. Like, come on, I know you can hit this. Like, go again, try again. And he drains it from one corner. Then they come back down, and they get it back. Luka drives and throws it, like, over his shoulder to Reggie Bullock in the corner. Hits another 3 that really put us up big, that put us up late in this fourth quarter that really sealed the deal for us. And it was just a great overall second half effort. Everybody, Dorian Finney-Smith started hot from 3, finished with 13 points, had 3 steals, 2 rebounds. Good for him on the defensive effort. He was a plus 14 because I know his defense, man, he literally at times looked like our best defensive post player. Not just best wing player. He looked like our best post player. Sometimes when they switched over and he was front guarding Joel Embiid, did a great job deflecting it and just all over the place. He did really well on the defensive end. And, you hope some of these threes will go down a little bit more for him. But, finished with 13 really helped us out. Dwight Powell, 34 minutes. He gave his best effort. Still finished with a plus 9. Had some great dunks. Finished with 14 points. Had 3 steals. Again, like deflections. This team was really active on defense, so it's great to see all these guys, man. Dodo had 3 steals. Dwight Powell had 3 steals. Luka had 2 steals. Man, that's great. That's good effort. You see these guys are moving. They're active. That's good to see, especially against this team. And then our bench, didn't give us much points, but they came in. I'll say they held their own, at least on the defensive end, man. Boban at the end of the second half, he definitely gave us a little energy boost. Hit a little post shot on, I can't remember if it was Joel or Andre Drummond. But right at the end of the first half, they kind of give us a little bit of momentum going into the first half. Like just seeing, everybody loves Boban. When he makes a shot, it really counts for almost like 2 or 3 shots when he makes one. So just the energy and the boost, the confidence that comes with. Everybody else did solid. Nobody really, I guess, worth mentioning in a sense because, 2 points from Boban. You had 2 points from Trey Burke. Frank Ntilikina had 4 points, which were actually his 4 points came on. He got fouled shooting a 3 and splashed it. So that was, good for him. Josh Green, a little bit all over the place, but of course he still ends up with 7 rebounds. So the hustle is, you can never doubt this man for hustle. And came away with 1 assist. So the bench at least held their own. It just really looked like a playoff type rotation. Just as you see the minutes from the starters: 39 by Dodo, Reggie Bullock 36, Dwight Powell 34 minutes, Jalen Brunson 39, Luka 40. And I think that was really just because, man, we needed these guys in because we didn't have that spark offensively. And that, it goes into this whole trade talk. We need more, at least offensively, the playmaking guy can just get us a bucket. And that's what it really shows. And we can't just rely on the Tim Thibodeau play your guys a shit ton of minutes and think everything's going to be okay health-wise later down the road. So, I really hope they go out and they find. And, of course, we're missing KP. I know that. And, of course, Tim Hardaway. But even with those guys, you're hoping maybe just get a little bit more boost since Tim's going to be out and then KP's not with us. So hopefully they I guess, I'm still saying hopefully they make some move. Honestly, when it comes to that, if they don't make a move, no, I can't say that. No, I won't be fine. If they stand pat as is, I won't be fine. It will be I bet you they're waiting. Hopefully they know Goran Dragic will get bought out and they'll get him and be that secondary, so they don't have to worry about that. And if that's the case, man, this game kind of, especially in the first half before we switched over to that great 2-3 zone, they were killing us in the paint. And, it was really scary to see. It made me think really think like, man, we really need inside presence, like a good backup center. Maybe we need to revisit that Miles Turner trade. So this was really one of those flip-flop games, I guess, from whatever perspective you got. It kind of just emphasized that if you thought we needed a secondary guy, this game showed it. If you thought we needed a center, it showed it. If you think we need to stay pat, this kind of showed it. This was. I'm just going to summarize this as this was a great team win against a good team in the East. And, against a guy, Joel Embiid play. He's the MVP candidate, dropped 27, 13 rebounds on us. And we were still came out with the victory. So, yeah, that's great by us. Even though the 3-point shooting was not there for really both teams. We shot 29% from 3, and we still won this game. They shot 33%, so not really that well either. But 29% from us, while they shot 51% from the field. And we only shot 45% from the field, but they shot 51% from the field. And us, that usually for a win when someone's shooting 51%, that means we would have had to hit like a bunch of threes or a bunch of free throws. And really, we're tied on free throws. We both had 23. Both teams had 23 free throws. And from 3, man, we only hit 29%. That's not a lot. We only had 10 threes, 10 out of 34. So this really was a testament to their defensive effort, really putting the stops when they needed them, especially in that third quarter. And coming up big plays, man. Just a great win overall. This leaves the Mavericks now at 30-23, 5th in the Western Conference. Only 2 games back now from the Utah Jazz, which we thought we maybe would catch them, but I mean, we're still right there. We're still in it. We're still in it. We're staying positive, man. This was a good win. We needed this. Still 5th in the West, gives us some positive momentum after these back-to-back bad losses. So, good stuff. Definitely glad the Mavericks were able to pull out the victory tonight. This was one I was really worried about, so this was a good win. The next game up, man, the Mavs play on Sunday at 5 o'clock on ESPN. So, they play the Hawks, so that should be a good one. Of course, him going against Trae on that whole thing, that should be a good one. That's pretty much it, man. I'm just going to keep this short and sweet, man. Good win. Luka dominated. I don't even know if I mentioned this. Luka had a fucking amazing slam. If you haven't seen it by now, you need to go check on whatever social media you have or YouTube it, because he had a dunk, man, that was so amazing. He had a crossover, penetrated the lane, and dunked right over Andre Drummond. It was a one-handed flush. It was nasty. It was nice, man. It gave you all the momentum, all the feels. Like, all you people talking shit about his weight, he's back. He's okay. As most Mad fans really know. Like he'll work himself into shape. Of course, we don't want him to have to work him, so we want him to come in shape. But as we know, he'll get himself right. He knows what's right. He's really down to earth when it comes to that type of stuff and getting right for these second half of the season. I'm sorry. And he's repping it up. He knows, we're past that 40 game mark. It's time to step up. It's time. He's showing that Luka MVP showing up. Man, great win. As I said, this is it. Peace out. Hope y'all have a good day or a good night whenever y'all listen to this. I'm AG. Thanks for listening. Remember, cool heads prevail. And I'll see y'all next time on Mavs Rundown.